everybody, welcome to Make It with Mod Podge. My name is Cathie and I'm so excited because today we've got a really fun recycled kid-friendly project. We're making some Halloween monster and pumpkin and ghost windsocks. The kids are going to love making these. You ready to do it, Steve?
Hey everybody, and I'm Steve Piacenza. I am so excited to show you how to make these Halloween windsocks behind me. Super cool to make, really easy. The kids are gonna love to make these. And it's a recycling project. We made them with paper towel rolls and TP rolls. So save your paper towel and TP rolls and you can make some of these windsocks. Super fun. Let me show you a couple that we've already made. Right here we have Frankenstein. The Frankenstein was made with our paper towel roll, and you can see it's about 3/4 of a paper towel roll. The rest of that paper towel roll is right here, the spider. We have pom-poms, pipe cleaners, some curly ribbon, and over here we have our pumpkin and our ghost, and this is just made out of scrapbook paper, some yarn, getting the Google eyes, and some curly string here. We have all sorts of things that we're gonna show you how to do. Now Halloween's gonna be a little bit different this year, but this is fun for the kids to make for their homeschool rooms, their bedrooms, hang them in the living room window. They can even put them outside for people to see driving by. So super easy to make, a great recycling project for the kids, and I'm gonna show you to make those right now. So we are going to make the pumpkin today. So the first thing you want to do is get yourself a piece of orange scrapbook paper and one that fits your paper towel roll and that's going to overlap a little bit, just like that. And you want these edges to be extra because we're gonna wrap those in, and I'm gonna show you how to do that in just a bit. Then get your Mod Podge and you're going to take it and you're gonna cover the entire piece of scrapbook paper with the Mod Podge. Don't be shy with it. You want enough there because you want this to stick. Hit all the edges, go all the way around. We are using gloss Mod Podge, but once again, you can use the matte formula, you can use the satin formula, or you can use the gloss that we are using today. So once you have your entire piece of paper covered, I'm gonna just smooth that out a little bit. I'm gonna take my TP roll and I'm gonna start here at this end and just make sure I have about 1/2 inch on both sides, and I'm just going to roll it like so. Keep rolling it and lift it up, and you want these ends to match up. And make sure you have a nice straight line. Remember, we're gonna be tucking these in so it doesn't have to look completely perfect. And just make sure you tuck that in like that. So it's gonna look just like this. So you can see that paper towel roll right inside there, and the outside is nice and smooth and ready for the next step. You're gonna wanna let this dry for about 15 minutes until it looks like this. And this is our next step. So let me show you. You can see here how I've already cut these, but I'm gonna show you really quickly. Got a little section here just to show you because these are going to be pushed inside the tube so that we don't see, and we have a nice finished edge. So I'm just going about every, I don't know, it's about 1/4 inch or so, or 1/2 inch in between, and I'm just cutting those like so, because he's gonna be tucked in really easy, and this is a great way to show a nice finished edge. So it's that easy. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Mod Podge and I'm gonna go directly inside of the tube, just like that. And now what this is going to allow is for these little flaps to press right down around it and give us a really nice clean edge. It's really that easy, and that's why it's really fun for kids to do. They love making these. Super easy, super kid friendly. Remember, Mod Podge is water-based and it is super kid friendly. You're just gonna go all the way around and get yourself a nice clean edge. Then what I like to do is I like to go right back in and just push those all down. Hold on. Okay, so there we have it. There's the nice clean edge, and you're gonna wanna do that, of course, on this side also, and you're gonna have yourself a nice tube just like this. Now here's the back seam here that we Mod Podge down. You're gonna work, of course, on the front here and add your face. So with the face, we just had some cardstock and we made our traditional pumpkin face. There's some eyes, there's the nose. Let me see, I'm working upside down. There we go. And then here is our jack-o'-lantern mouth here. We have a happy pumpkin, but of course, if you want a scary pumpkin, you just need to turn that right upside down like that. So we're gonna add some Mod Podge. I like to put it directly on top of the tube that I just did. This way, remember this dries completely clear. You're going to cover your front of your tube with the Mod Podge. And then we're going to add our eyes right on top of that. And I'm gonna adjust these once I'm, okay. And then we're gonna add our nose. And then we're gonna add, should we make it a scary mouth or a happy? Let's make it it's a happy Halloween. So we are gonna make him happy. Then you're just gonna wanna press this down. This is cardstock, so it's a little bit stronger material, so you wanna make sure that you really get that down. Might get a little stubborn there. You're just gonna wanna add Mod Podge right on top of that, and you can press that down with your brush. And again, it dries completely clear. And you can also use your fingers to rub those in. Get that all pressed down nicely. There we go. Okay, let's smooth out that Mod Podge. Make that look pretty. Make sure there's no big chunks of pools of Mod Podge in there, and that will dry clear. Here we go, look at that. So I'm gonna set this aside again and let it dry for about 10-15 minutes is all you need. And then we're gonna move on to punching and adding some ribbon down there and some yarn to make it look really cool. Okay everybody, we are dry, and now I wanna show you how to make our Windsock fringe and how to attach a hanger. So let's do that. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I wanna punch in 2 holes on each side of our pumpkin. We are going to just be using some black yarn as a hanger, and I'm just using a punch. I wanna tell you guys, this is where your kiddos might wanna have a little bit of help because it can be kind of tough going through the pumpkin, the cardboard, and the paper, and I'm just going halfway. I'm gonna punch that out. So there's one, and then directly across, I'm just going to punch another. There you go. And then I'm just going to add, a piece of yarn just right inside those holes to make a really easy hanger. And I'm gonna tie this at the top. And this can be hung from trees. You can get a little hook inside the house and hang it on the wall, wherever you want to hang it. So there you go. So that's the hanger. Very simple, very easy. Now I want to show you how to add your Windsock fringe, which is going to go all along the bottom here. And I'm just going to show you one. Again, this is going to be using your punch here. I'm going to just punch directly in to the bottom, and you're going to want to space these all the way around the bottom here, about a 1/2 inch apart, just so you can have an abundance of this fringe. And we are using yarn and our curly ribbon. Now we added these both together so you can have a nice kind of look where you have yarn and the ribbon together, and this is going to add a nice little, when the wind blows, these can just kind of look like they're floating all over the place. They don't have to be perfectly even at the bottom either. That's what kind of makes it look kind of cool. They're all a little bit different lengths, and you're just gonna fold that in half like so. And then from the back here, you're going to push that through, open that up, and then it's just a loop-de-loop. And pull those through and have a really nice clean finish right there on the bottom. And again, you're gonna work yourself all the way around your tube to add these fringe. And you can see right here on the pumpkin how that worked out really nicely all the way around. There we go. And we did that to each one of our little Windsocks. In fact, let me show you each one and how we did that. So right over here on our spider, we added some Google eyes. We added some pom-poms right there on the bottom. We added pipe cleaner as legs, and we did a curly ribbon on the bottom with some red and some black combo. Now a lot of this curly ribbon curls up by itself, but if it doesn't, get a pair of scissors and strike it and it will curl up just like that. Right over here on Frankenstein, you can also add other cardstock or scrapbook paper. Now this is the hair that we use, so you just make some jagged edges, work that all the way around like that, and just add it to the top, Mod Podge it right to the top. We added a little scar over here, and that's just strips of the scrapbook paper. Again, some Google eyes, a little smile face. Remember, you can make them scary. You do it the other way around. And again, curly ribbon on the bottom, and we use the green, silver, and the black just to give that some nice color in there. And this is gonna look great in the wind if you do this outside. They're so kind of cool just the way they are though. They can be hung in your windows, inside the classroom, anywhere you want. Let's move on over to the ghost here. The ghost we did with some ribbon and some iridescent curly ribbon and some eyeballs right at the top, and we actually put some sparkle Mod Podge on top of our ghost here just to give him a little sparkle. These are so fun. All the kids love to make these socks. So why don't you guys give it a try, save up your paper towel rolls and your TP rolls, and you can recycle those into these guys right here for Halloween. So happy Halloween to all you, and thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you next time. Don't forget to hashtag plaid crafts, hashtag Mod Podge. We'd love to see what you make. See you next time.